Ford-class aircraft carriers represent the peak of modern naval power, floating cities that combine advanced technology, military strength, and strategic influence capable of shaping global events without firing a shot. Yet despite their futuristic design, the upcoming United States ship Enterprise CVN-80 carries physical elements from past vessels, blending tradition with innovation. This unique fusion of history and cutting-edge technology shows how the U.S. Navy connects its legacy with the future of maritime warfare. A name forged in history. The story of Unites states ship Enterprise did not begin with massive nuclear aircraft carriers. Instead, it dates back to the earliest days of the United States. During the American Revolutionary War, the Continental Navy commissioned vessels named Enterprise beginning in 1775. These early ships were modest compared to modern warships, yet they established a tradition of reliability and service. Throughout the late 18th and early 19th centuries, multiple vessels carried the name, serving as patrol ships, escorts, and protectors of American interests abroad. One early Enterprise schooner, built in 1799, became the first official United States ship Enterprise in the U.S. Navy. It gained recognition during the Quasi-War with France and participated in early conflicts such as the First Barbary War. Although not technologically revolutionary, it demonstrated effectiveness in pursuit, interception, and naval pressure operations, qualities that would later define the Enterprise name. Subsequent ships bearing the name continued this tradition. A fourth Enterprise served in the 1830s protecting American trade routes, while a later screw sloop from the industrial era operated as a training ship for decades. Even smaller vessels during World War I carried the name, serving in defensive patrol roles. These ships reflected a consistent theme: Enterprise vessels were always present where needed, adapting to changing eras. World War II and the rise of a legend. The Enterprise name reached legendary status during World War II with United States ship Enterprise CV-6, a Yorktown-class aircraft carrier nicknamed the Big E. This vessel played a decisive role in key Pacific battles, including the Battle of Midway, a turning point in the war. CV-6 became the most decorated U.S. ship of World War II, earning 20 battle stars and numerous awards. More importantly, it transformed the meaning of the Enterprise name. It no longer represented simply a dependable naval vessel, it symbolized striking power, resilience, and strategic dominance. The carrier demonstrated how naval aviation could shape entire campaigns, establishing aircraft carriers as central instruments of military power. United States ship Enterprise CVN-65. The next major chapter in the Enterprise story arrived with United States ship Enterprise CVN-65, commissioned in the early 1960s. This ship marked a revolutionary moment in naval engineering as the world's first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. Unlike later carriers that typically use 2 reactors, CVN-65 was equipped with 8 nuclear reactors. While this configuration was extremely expensive and never repeated, it allowed the ship to achieve exceptional speed and endurance without frequent refueling. At the time, nuclear propulsion at sea was still experimental, yet Enterprise proved its viability. The carrier served extensively during the Vietnam War and helped establish the concept of the Carrier Strike Group, a coordinated system of aircraft, escort ships, and logistics support capable of operating globally without reliance on nearby bases. It demonstrated that aircraft carriers were not just platforms for launching planes, but central hubs of military power, command, and strategy. After more than 50 years of service, CVN-65 was decommissioned in 2017, marking the end of a historic era. However, the Enterprise legacy did not end. It evolved. The Ford class. The Ford-class aircraft carriers represent the U.S. Navy's effort to reinvent the carrier for the modern era. These ships introduce major technological advances aimed at improving operational efficiency, reducing crew requirements, and supporting future weapons systems. The lead ship, United States ship Gerald R. Ford CVN-78, became the most expensive warship ever built, costing over $13 billion, with billions more spent on research and development. Despite the enormous cost, the ship introduced groundbreaking technologies designed to shape naval warfare for decades. Among its key innovations are the A-1B nuclear reactors, which produce significantly more power than previous reactor designs. This increased energy capacity allows the carrier to support future technologies such as directed energy weapons and advanced electronic systems. The Ford class also replaced traditional steam catapults with the electromagnetic aircraft launch system, which launches aircraft more smoothly and efficiently. Advanced arresting gear systems enable recovery of a wider range of aircraft, including unmanned aerial vehicles. Additionally, advanced weapons elevators significantly reduce the time required to arm aircraft, improving operational readiness. Radar systems and automation further enhance the carrier's capabilities while reducing crew size compared to earlier carriers. United States ship Enterprise CVN-80. The future United States ship Enterprise CVN-80 will be the third Ford-class carrier but may prove even more significant than its predecessors. Unlike the first ship of a class, which often experiences technical challenges, later vessels benefit from refined designs and improved construction processes. What makes CVN-80 especially unique is its symbolic connection to earlier Enterprise ships. Approximately 35,000 pounds of steel from CVN-65 will be incorporated into the new vessel. In addition, windows from the World War II carrier CV-6 will also be preserved in the new ship. This incorporation of historic materials is not intended to reduce costs. Instead, it reflects a naval tradition of continuity and honor. By embedding physical elements from past vessels into a modern warship, the Navy preserves its legacy while projecting strength into the future. Materials that once served in World War II, the Cold War, and Vietnam will become part of a carrier designed for 21st century conflicts. Digital construction and advanced design. Another defining feature of CVN-80 is its digital construction process. The ship is being designed and assembled using fully digital modeling technologies, allowing engineers to simulate construction before physical work begins. This approach reduces errors, improves efficiency, and allows rapid integration of design changes. It also streamlines crew training and enhances coordination between construction teams. The digital design process represents a major shift in how complex warships are built. Furthermore, the Navy expects significant cost savings by constructing multiple carriers simultaneously and optimizing early production stages. These efficiencies help control the enormous expense associated with building advanced warships. Are aircraft carriers becoming obsolete? Despite their power, aircraft carriers face increasing criticism. Some analysts argue that modern threats, including hypersonic missiles, satellite surveillance, and long-range strike systems, make large carriers vulnerable targets. However, the United States continues investing heavily in supercarriers. The reason lies in their unmatched strategic flexibility. An aircraft carrier functions as a mobile airbase, intelligence center, command hub, and diplomatic instrument. Its presence alone can influence regional politics, reassure allies, and deter adversaries. No other military platform combines such operational and symbolic power. A carrier strike group can respond rapidly to global crises, project force without relying on foreign bases, and operate independently for extended periods. The future of naval warfare. The United States ship Enterprise CVN-80 is being built for a future defined by digital warfare, unmanned systems, and advanced weaponry. The carrier will serve as an energy and information hub capable of supporting artificial intelligence, autonomous aircraft, and potentially directed energy weapons such as combat lasers. This shift reflects a broader transformation in warfare. Modern conflicts increasingly rely on data, speed of decision-making, and technological integration rather than sheer firepower alone. The next generation of carriers must therefore function not only as combat platforms, but as command centers for network-based warfare. Following the revolutionary impact of CVN-65's nuclear propulsion, CVN-80 aims to usher in the era of digitally integrated supercarriers, ships designed to adapt continuously to emerging technologies. Tradition meets innovation. The evolution of United States ship Enterprise demonstrates how military innovation often builds upon tradition rather than replacing it. From small sailing vessels to nuclear-powered supercarriers, each generation of Enterprise ships has reflected the strategic needs of its time. The future CVN-80 embodies this philosophy. By combining historical legacy with cutting-edge technology, it represents both continuity and transformation. It is not merely a new warship, but a symbol of how the U.S. Navy connects its past achievements with future ambitions. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the past, present, and future of America's most legendary warship, make sure you like and subscribe for more powerful military analysis and naval history stories.